Woo! And it started. Hello, Internet. My name is Steven, but you can just call me Gary. If you don't already know, I am a webcomic artist who has not turned off the volume on the other computer. So, yay! Looping volume, looping voice. Oh, yes.
Confusing thought.
Oh, God.
Delay.
Computer, phone, so many.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna turn down the volume.
Thank you. That would be lovely.
Okay.
So let's turn off this broadcast because we're not having we're not having technical difficulties anymore. So it is time to actually begin this live stream, which has one person currently. That's Palestrina.
Is that me?
Yeah, that's you.
Aww. Two more.
I expect more people to come in eventually, and if they don't, then to everyone else, you'll be able to see this when I upload it to my YouTube channel, which is at JustCallMeGary. You know, the channel you're watching it on right now.
At YouTube.
At YouTube.com. Yes. So yes, I am going to be live drawing a comic today, and yeah, that's actually a pretty cool thing. It's the first time I've ever done this, so I'm kind of excited. Palestrina's kind of excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got like a radio voice.
I do? Oh, that's good.
A little bit.
Well, it means I have a good voice for live streaming. That's honestly a really good thing. So, first things first. I know which comic that I want to do today, but how many panels would it be? It's like 3 or 4, right?
Are you asking me?
Yes, I'm asking you.
Oh, I forget which one you're doing though. Is the
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I feel like you have a better idea than I do of that. Probably, you could probably get it done in 3 or 4. That's true.
Yeah. I'm gonna pop out the chat here so I can see it
Can
with
I
my.
see the chat?
Well, yes.
Live chat. There we go. I'm on my phone doing this.
Yes. You're absolutely on your phone doing this.
3 people watching now.
Oh, I only see 2. Peak concurrent, 2 people. Anyway, so the question becomes how many panels? I need to be able to choose that to, be able to figure out how long the comic's going to be. To pick the right little template, which is not really a template. So, I know it's probably 1, 2, 3, probably 4, I'd think.
Can you just do 4 and then if it's more or less, you can just cut stuff out around?
Yeah, no, I can absolutely do that. That's not too much of a problem. I'll probably just do that one to start with for my template. If you guys have, any of you watching have read my comic before, you will probably recognize this as the most recent comic that I've done. If not, then you probably won't realize this as the most recent comic that I've done. And if not, then you should probably head over to read that. There's a link down in the description that will take you to Reality Quest. Yeah, currently I'm just deleting pieces that I don't need. It's kind of a lame little process. It's cheating! It's absolutely cheating, where I use a previous comic and get it all done that way. But, it's something that definitely works. Hot pink. Down to an Aria pink.
At one point, you should totally do a comic where you start, like, completely from scratch.
Oh, like from the, just without doing any of my...
Maneuvers and stuff, yeah.
Oh boy, that would take
Takes
so
forever.
long. You mean like doing everything by hand, like all the characters and everything else?
Oh my god. Yeah, I didn't even think of that. I guess
Well,
that would take a long time.
I have all the characters in a file or in individual files, so I could just pull like drag and drop and do it that way.
Right.
So it's not too much of an issue. But I think I'm going to pull. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with the panel 1 characters. Ah! I moved the head, but not the whole face. There we go. Much better. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to take the panel 2 characters. We'll just delete these. Delete. Delete. Oh, delete. Delete. Yay! I deleted my head! Yeah, panel 2 characters, so they're the ones I'm keeping. So yeah, I'm also staring at the chat, so if there's anybody who's watching who wants to ask any questions, I am answering questions as well. So I'll see anything that anybody puts, and I will answer it on stream. So that should be fun, he says, and probably will not get any questions.
Gotta start somewhere.
Yep. So the most recent comic, the one that I'm doing right now, is... It was going to be Children 24, but really it doesn't fit too well in the Children comic series, so I'm going to do it under the Parenting. Yeah, Parenting. There we go. Parenting comic series, which I believe only has like 1 or 2 others.
This looks like white to me.
In it? What looks like white to you? Oh no, you're right, it does.
I'm like, is this a delay? I thought it was a delay, but you started talking about moving head around, and I'm like, that's not
How long
right.
has it been white for?
The whole time.
Oh gosh.
No wonder people aren't watching. No, I'm kidding.
Technical difficulties. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just like, oh, this doesn't look right. I was just like waiting for your head to move around, and like that hasn't moved yet. That's weird. Is it OBS?
That's a very good question.
Because sometimes it does that to me when I'm not live streaming, but when I'm trying to record my animation, it does that to me sometimes.
Yeah, that's a good question, cause like, let's figure this out. Let's ask the internet. Man, this is not an easy thing to do, now is it?
I guess not. What is it saying online?
It's saying if I have specific themes on, that might do it. But
We can just turn this into a podcast now.
yeah, it's totally a podcast now. Just listen to me talking. I'm not. Well, let's try something else real quick. Like I could add in.
Is this what you're seeing right now?
That's what you're seeing right now. What I'm seeing is up here. I mean, I could
so
always.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, look. You got it.
No, I didn't.
It's going.
No, it's not.
It is online.
Yes, but that's not what's being seen.
I think
You're
there's
literally
also a
seeing
delay.
through Illustrator
Oh, mine. Sorry.
into my desktop.
Sorry, everybody.
Which is really,
I lied.
really weird.
Oh, now I get it. Yeah. Look.
Oh, yeah, there we
It's
go.
just
That
delayed.
works.
You're fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yay.
I just need to be careful not to share any sensitive information.
Share all the sensitive information.
All
Bank
the sensitive information.
You know, debit card, PIN numbers, all that stuff.
Oh gosh, yes, no, absolutely not.
Hey, look, it's me.
So I accidentally saved over my previous comic file, which I will need in the future. Luckily, I could undo everything to... Yes, let's spell parenting correctly. But, yeah, so I accidentally undid... Alright, I accidentally saved over all of my progress from the last comic. There we go. So that should have fixed it there. This should be the previous comic in all of its comic-y glory. And if not, I can recreate the parts that are missing. Yeah, that's everything that was there before. Okay, cool, perfect. And then the new one, which is parenting. There we go. Yeah. So that's pretty much all that. Good. So this should be parenting number 3, I'm gonna guess. But I'm not sure. So that's actually a very, very good question. Let's type in parenting. See what comes up. Yeah, so the only one that comes up so far is, yeah, there's only one? So that would make this the second parenting, apparently. Yeah, so that would make it parenting number 2. There we go. So yeah, parenting number 2. So yeah, this comic I thought was going to be fitting inside the children little thing for Reality Quest, but I think it fits better under the parenting tag.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense, I think.
Yeah, I think so
I don't
too.
know. You have the better upper hand of what fits where better and all the tags and stuff.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, it on it. So yeah, something that I like to do is don't like to do. See, so something that's interesting is YouTube is not liking my streaming. Stream status is bad, probably because it's capturing the whole desktop. So yeah, if I just turn that off, it'll probably make the stream quality better, but it will also probably... Is that little squished to you?
Which one? Yeah.
That's what I thought. So, we need to get better at streaming, I think. Yeah, that's...
Over time, I guess.
Yeah, this is fun. So, just a second to look this up. Might be a little silence at the moment, but we'll get there. I promise. So one must ask the question, what fixes this problem? It still says the stream quality is bad. So it's just not liking it very much for some reason.
I don't know, other people just do this and they're like wizards at it, you know? Like they just turn on the computer and they're like, I'm gonna stream and everything's gonna be perfect.
Right? It's like...
You never see the technical difficulties behind it.
Yeah. Now, that's a good question. Like, yeah, you really never see the technical difficulties with streaming, which I find to be very, very interesting. Well, I guess you do see the technical difficulties with streaming sometimes, but it's not often. Excuse me.
Why do people use OBS?
Because it's free.
Oh. Oh, okay. Got it.
I mean, that's honestly.
But compared to like other free systems, aren't there tons of other free ones?
I suppose. Well, I'm not sure. I don't know. Are there a bunch of like I know OBS is free. I mean, I have an Elgato, which could work too, but I mean,
Eh.
Yeah, so honestly, I think desktop capture is probably going to be the best because the stream is just not a good quality anyway. I think we might need to get a way to plug this straight into the internet next time.
Instead of...
Well, like right now I'm streaming wirelessly. Even though the router's 10 feet from me, it might not be picking it up very well. I need to actually
Like
have an Ethernet plugged in for better streaming. And yes, I know there are probably people who are listening to this rolling their eyes going, well, duh. But I'm on a tablet that doesn't have an Ethernet port. So it actually, there are reasons. There are reasons. You might say, oh, use a computer or whatever. The tablet's touchscreen. Which makes comicking a little bit easier. Sometimes. But not always.
Is it still paused?
Oh, it's playing. It's playing. It's doing its thing. See? See? Doing its thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so. Fun times, fun times.
It's okay, we could just be fat in these little, like, drawings.
Yes. I'm a little Gary, short and stout.
Yeah.
Oh.
You can always change it later. I mean...
Yeah, because there's no way I can't change things on OBS while it's broadcasting, which is unfortunate.
Oh, while it's broadcasting.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you had to do that before. That's dumb.
Well.
What are they thinking?
It's probably because my tablet is 16 by 10 rather than 16 by 9.
Whoopsies.
Yeah, well, that's because it's a 2K tablet. You know, it's it's not 1080. It's 1440p.
Oh.
So it's not 4K, but it's a little bit bigger, which is part of the reason why I like it. It's because it is a bit better for drawing than some of the other stuff. Although I do eventually want to get a Wacom. Vroom, vroom, vroom. We live by a pretty big street in California, so closing the window to prevent car noise is not really that good of an option. I know the car noise can be a little bit annoying, but yeah, no, it's way too hot. Way too hot.
Hot.
Where's Aria gone to?
She is watching Lady and the Tramp 2.
Lady and the Tramp 2.
Don't ask me why she prefers the second one over the first. Actually, I do know why she likes the second one over the first one.
Why?
She likes that there's more dogs, I think.
Yeah, the first one doesn't have very many dogs, does it?
Yeah. Oh my god, it's super delayed.
That's fine. Does it really matter?
As long as it's not like picking up her voice and being like, ah.
Yeah, I don't think it's doing that.
Oh, well then it doesn't matter. The internet can just suck it. No. They can just watch delayed... I was about to say delayed footage, but it's not really.
So one thing I find interesting is Illustrator started doing this thing recently. Like, you see all this stuff right here? I mean, that doesn't show up when I export anything, but it's been doing that for me a lot. Like, just having those issues, and I can't figure out why. It's kind of funny to me, in my opinion. Just... There we go. That one.
So, why and how did you come up with the designs for your characters, Stephen?
Well, I wanted... See, that's a good question on that one. How did I come up with the designs for my characters? Well, when I was first starting Reality Quest, I knew that I wanted to have kind of an artistic feel to it. Like, I was taking artistic liberty with everything. Like, I can definitely draw better than simple little cartoony shapes like this. I can definitely do things that are not this, but as an artist, I wanted something simple because I mean, you don't need complex art to get a good joke across. It's all about the delivery of the joke itself.
Right.
So it's... Yeah, I wanted something a bit more simple, a bit more easy to kind of go with the corny humor of the comic.
Well, a lot of people do that too. I mean, like, it's almost like simple's better in some ways.
Yeah, simple... I mean, yeah. There are definitely ways where simple is better. And don't let anybody tell you that you have to do good art. Like, you have to have amazing art, or you have to have all of this stuff in order to make a good comic. You don't. Or just even good art in general. You don't. Like, I mean, there are plenty of comics, like, look at Cyanide and Happiness, or look at XKCD. You know, they both have pretty simple XKCD stick figure characters, and Cyanide and Happiness is a little bit more than stick figure characters. But for them, it's not about the art, it's about the jokes. It's about the delivery, it's about the punchline. And that's something that I rather took inspiration from, of making a focus more on the joke and the punchline than the art.
Right.
Besides, more simple art means that I can get comics out quicker, even though I don't.
Oh, hey, look, it's good again.
Yay!
Woo!
Health is good!
Streaming's going well.
That's kind of funny, though. Okay, so, comic. I'm gonna need Arya in here.
No, she's watching like...
No, in the comic.
Oh, I was like, okay, if you really want to pull her away from her movie, I mean, you can, by all means.
She wouldn't be too happy about that, but I can. Let's see here. Is this got a good Arya in it? Yeah, I think it actually does. This first panel. Pick and choose, pull things from different places. Woo!
That's pretty much what it is. It's just copying and pasting and stuff.
Well, actually, it's not. Like, there are a lot of times...
For me, it is.
What? My comic just looks like copy-paste? Oh, great. Yeah, absolutely.
No,
Thank you. That's an amazing compliment.
I just like to make everything about me. No, I'm kidding. But, like, when I'm doing my animation, I find that a lot of characters are just copy and paste. It's just so much easier than having to, like, redesign and pull in. But it's true, you know, your comic, a lot of your characters change outfits and things like that. Now, I wanted to point something out. I don't know if you care if audience people know this, but her shirt has a problem on the side.
Oh, yeah, no, I know.
You noticed that?
Has it been in the comics?
Yeah. A few of them.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Ah, why didn't you tell me?
Well, I forgot. You know me. I have, like, a memory of a pea.
I mean, if you've been seeing it...
It's not like I can just, you know, pull you away from work and be like, hi, you know, this is...
That's actually kind of funny. Now I want to know.
Which one? It was one of the last ones that you did. It was in the comic.
Because I know I've seen the problems.
There, in the car.
Oh, you're right. I forgot to fix it in that one. Yeah, that's actually... That's a very interesting reason why it does that. It's because I'm pulling it from another place. Like, because with Arya, the way I've done her shirt is via a mask. So what it's doing is it's not masking it anymore, because I'm pulling it into a new file. So every time I really need to kind of remask it.
Oh.
So, you know, that's something. Oh, somebody commented on one of my comics, and I've already taken care of that. So, you know, yay. So yeah, no. So what I've got to do, pretty much every time that I'm doing Arya, is I need to take all of her stripes and put them in a layer on their own, and then create a mask for it so it doesn't. This should be the under. This should be the outline, the over outline. Yeah, that's it. So I need to copy this one, and then I need to copy. Yeah. So copy that, and then paste it again, and then align it properly. Because
God. Seriously?
Yeah, for some reason, when I'm working with Illustrator, it doesn't paste it right on top. It pastes it in the center of the screen.
Oh, no, there's a way to do that. You could do paste in place.
What? You can?
I think so.
How?
You can for most. Did you pull it from another file?
Oh, paste in place. Oh!
Oh my god. Did I just save you extra?
It's so funny because I absolutely, apparently, do not know Illustrator that well. It just goes to show how much knowledge you have to be an artist, or a comic artist in this case. The answer to that is none. So, yeah. So, yeah, so what I have to do is I essentially have to select both of these and make a mask. Transparency, make mask. So it stops the stripes from going outside the boundary of the thing there. And I suppose, like, one of the things is I have this outside stripe there, and I can probably just take this one and like put the stripe in there. Let's turn this off. Let's see how this works, because I know the way masks work is black means nothing, white means accept, or something along those lines. So if I do that, yeah, no, it doesn't. Oh wait, didn't select them both. Duh.
Oh, it did work.
So yeah, okay, so I don't actually need this extra stripe there, which is good to know for the future. That will make things a lot simpler. Yeah, Arya's shirt should probably change soon, because does she even still have this shirt? I remember when she used... She does?
She does.
Yeah, I remember when she used to wear the shirt a lot. And it was like, I was looking at it going, man, this is going to be perfect for doing comics with.
And now it's getting too small. She's getting to the point where a lot of her clothes are getting smaller, though.
Which is kind of a bummer. But that's what happens with kids.
Hey man, she can ride the big kid rides at Disneyland. I don't think we should be complaining.
Yeah, and she's super excited about that. So, So, in this comic, it essentially happened yesterday, as of the stream, as we were getting ready for Disneyland. I forget, what were you doing?
Right?
Yeah, it was in the morning.
Yeah, she's changing. No, I don't remember exactly what it was going on, though.
Well, no, like, what were you doing? Like, should you even be in the first few panels?
Oh, thanks. No, yeah. I was in the other room because I was getting her clothes out, and then she was talking to you in the other room.
Okay. Yeah, so you probably shouldn't even be in...
She doesn't even go here. Do you even go to this school?
Mean Girls Day's coming up in 1 month and a couple weeks.
And we're gonna celebrate by, like, going out on... I don't know.
Celebrate Mean Girls Day, oh yeah.
Yes.
You know, go to the neighborhood Chili's. You know, Mean Girls special! No. I doubt that would ever happen.
Why Chili's?
Because that's the first thing that came to my mind.
Oh, okay. I thought there was, like, a symbolic representation or something with the,
Oh yeah, don't you know there's that part in Mean Girls where they make that Chili's joke, you know?
I was just shocked at how we were able to watch it the other day, and you, like, quoted more than I did. Mostly all of the lines.
Really?
I think so. I think you knew more of the lines than I did.
Are you shocked?
And I was like, that's amazing. No, it just means that I married the right person. If you know that he can quote Mean Girls, then it's the right one.
Even if you don't like Mean Girls, if you can quote Mean Girls, he's the right one.
Yeah.
I keep burping. What are you doing?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I was taking fluff off of your computer.
Oh, thank you. I guess you're allowed to do that one. Tilt the head. Okay, look down. Move the head back over. So, I guess what I do with the comic, you can consider this maybe a sprite comic.
What's a sprite?
A sprite is like a single state of something. So, like, you know Mega Man? Or the old Pokemon games?
Yes.
So that was all done with like sprites. So like animation is a sequence of sprites in like the old Mega Man games and the super old Pokemon games.
Okay.
So it's like little pieces.
Right.
And that's kind of what my comic is to a degree, I think.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
But I don't really classify it as such. So, you know, that's the thing.
That's a thing.
Okay. Okay, I think I know what I'm going to do. So what I want to do is I want to take this. Oh, nope, not that. I want to shrink it down. I actually want 2 panels at the top, I think.
Okay.
I think that would work a bit better, in my opinion.
Right.
Time to do some panel shuffling. Woo.
It's cool that your panels are so easy to just shuffle around, though.
Well, yeah, that's why I do each panel in a different layer with a whole bunch of sub-layers. I mean, exactly, it makes it a lot easier. Ooh. Somebody's moving a lot of stuff. Ah, those are pretty even. That's actually really neat.
Probably because you align them with the bottom 2 panels.
Well, no, like, apparently these panels were split completely in half to begin with, which is
and it was
nice.
Automatically down the middle, kind of.
Yeah.
Right down the middle. Right down the middle. I'm sorry. I'm pretty much just quoting Lindsay Lohan movies in the background here, so.
I don't see that as too much of a problem.
It's so much of a problem. It's like...
So this is going to be panel 2. Then panel 2 is actually panel 3. I love how all of the panel borders are all called panel 1, panel 1, panel 1, panel 1, panel 1. I think that's actually pretty funny because
like
it's
just didn't rename them.
I didn't rename them. I know, shame.
You don't have to if you don't have very many panels.
Yeah, this is true. I mean, it's just...
You only have to if it gets complicated.
Yes, which the one with Arya and the bread was the longest comic I have ever made. And just like in a single page, it was 9 panels, I think. 9? 9. It's got to have been 9. Either that or 7 or something. It was something really, really long. I want to look this up now. So there was... when it loads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6... Yeah, so there were 7 panels. And it's actually the longest comic that I have ever made in terms of panels. So, but it was one of those things where the joke could not really be done in less panels and still have it be funny. So that's one of the reasons that kind of inspired me to start doing animation. You know, like how I have the animations on my channel.
Right.
So that's one of the things that started me thinking about doing animation, is the fact that I could not do jokes that long. Like, just that was the limit of where jokes could work in that. But I had plenty of ideas that I wanted to do that were longer than that. And so I thought, well, what can I do in order to do those? Because I don't just want to throw them out. That's not that fun. So I thought, well, why not do an animation instead? Because there are plenty of other people who do, I know, story animation, like James from The Odd Ones Out. Then you have Jaden Animations, you have Domix, you have a bunch of different people who do animation on YouTube. But I've always seen people do animated stories type stuff, and I've never seen people do animated shorts. So I thought, well, I have both. I have both little short jokes, and I have stories, and I think it would be fun to do both of those on my YouTube channel, and it's something different from what I've seen before. So I thought, well, why not? And that's where the lava video and the fidget spinner joke videos came from. Yeah. So that's a thing. Little history lesson. Yeah, so this needs to be a full panel, I think. So I can delete that, and I can delete that. And since I've already moved the white up, the divider up, I should be able to just, yep, moved it. Hey. That's funny. I don't know what's causing that one.
Is it behind? Oh, of course it's behind.
Yes, but for some reason it doesn't want to.
Oh, like that's all white in there. That's weird.
Yeah. Oh, right. Because on the last panel, what I did is I gave everything a mask. And uh-oh. I don't know how to release masks.
Right click, release mask.
Yeah, I wish that worked. See, make release clipping mask, and it doesn't allow me to do that. Oh boy. Well, I might need to remake the panels and pull things from that. Unless somebody knows how to do it. Does anybody know how to do it? I know that you guys are probably, it's going to take you a good 30 seconds to a minute to start hearing this question, but, oh, hold up, I got it. Release. So yeah, then I can take that and I can delete it.
Nice. You did it.
So, what I usually do is I order the panels, so, the bottom half of my characters will be below, a layer, so I have panel 1, then 2, then 3 going up. So every next panel is on the layer on top of the previous panel. So the characters or anything that spills over will always go behind. Sometimes I have to reorder the panels in order to make it actually work for not spilling over. But I've been recently experimenting with making masks to contain the panels in each individual space. Especially when you have a comic with a giant friggin' couch that spills over into every panel next to it. So yeah, I can take the U here, copy you into the last panel there, because that's where you're going to be. And then delete the U here, because I don't need that. That sounds bad. I can delete the you here because I don't need that. I don't need any of that. I don't need you. You're just here. You're just talking through my live stream.
You just exist.
You just exist. You're allowed to talk through my live stream. That's fine. I might be funny. but I'm not as funny on my own.
Oh.
I'm not really funny. I just like to think I am.
That sounds so depressing. Just live streams are more fun if you have more people, I feel like.
I agree. Live streams are definitely more fun when you have more people. Next time we just need to set you up with a microphone and sit you there, because we have more than one.
That's true.
We just need to get a second Yeti so we have some better quality audio, because the other one we have is a Snowball, and that one just, I feel like, has a constant little hiss in the background.
You should tell them the story about our Yeti and Snowball. Actually, it's not really a story. It's just that we switched, and then before I went back to Canada.
Yeah, so Palestrina, for people who don't know, is from Canada.
Woo, represent!
And so what happened was she wanted a microphone for... What was it? What was the microphone for?
But Paul,
Yeah, but...
Okay, so one of my characters in my animation lives in San Diego.
Oh, yes. Oh, okay, I remember. I remember
so
now.
then he went out and actually bought a microphone so that he and I could Skype, and I could send him direction notes, and he can give me the audio through via, like, online stuff, which is the exact same thing that Steven did, too, for the animation as well. And then once I got here, it's like I had to obviously pay for the microphone. I'm not gonna, like, make my cast member do that. And then, yeah, then we just swapped microphones. I'm like, I guess I'll bring the Snowball back because, like, I would want you to be using the Yeti and making good content while you have it.
Yeah, I bought a Snowball for myself, and while it worked well, it was funny because when she came down last year, 2016, for VidCon, she sat there and looked at the Yeti and was like, I don't want to carry this in my bag.
Oh yeah, that was
on the plane because it was heavy and it was also taking up so much space. And so you sat there and you're just like, I don't want to take it with me, but I need to bring it home so I have the microphone. And I was sitting there thinking, I mean, we could trade. It's not like I care too much. I'd love to have the Yeti, but I didn't want to sound like a jerk by saying, oh yeah, no, you take my crappy Snowball. I'll keep your nice fancy Yeti. I don't mind. So I just kind of kept my mouth shut. And then, like, I don't know, 2 days later, you were sitting there going...
Was it 2 days later? I thought it was, like, in the same moment.
No. It wasn't in the same moment. No, maybe it was the next day. But it was a while later where you're just like, hey, I had an idea. And I don't know if you'd want to go for this, but, you know, this is just my thought. What if I left the Yeti with you and took the Snowball with me because it's so much smaller? And I'm sitting there like...
Ka-ching!
Yeah, I suppose that's okay. And in my head, I'm going, yeah, really? I get a Yeti.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah,
That's cool.
Honestly,
I'm down with that. Absolutely. And outwardly, I'm going, yeah, that should be fine. I'm okay with that.
Even to this day, you use it more than I do.
Oh, yeah. I've used it way more than you do.
Yeah. But it's like, I'm not going to go recording myself.
Of course not.
I mean, I probably should.
I mean, you don't play any characters in your animation. I do.
That's true.
So it's honestly, it's better for me anyway.
Yeah.
So for Aria, because of the whole mask thing that I was talking about earlier, what I need to do is I actually need to duplicate her layer and then move it into the next panel. You know, one thing I need a bag. So this is exactly what I'm blah 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 blah. I can't talk in this live stream, but this is exactly what I was talking about before. How it's not all pre-made stuff. Like right now, I need a bag. Yes, a bag. I don't have one created yet, so I actually have to do that. You know, so that's actually just every now and again. Every now and again, I have to do things like this. You know, just. I don't like using that window. But yeah, so every now and again I have to do things that... Stop it! I don't like that! So I think I'm going to do something along the lines of that. Add a little thing there. kind of make it a little flappy, flippy, what have you. Put some outline on it. And there,
Oh, wow,
flap of the bag.
that's actually pretty good.
Yeah. See,
Dang, you
simple
made that so
shapes.
quick.
Simple shapes go a long way, honestly. Gonna put it up a little bit. And maybe back down a little bit. Yeah, so simple shapes actually do a lot for making something look like a thing. Even, I mean, this is literally just two shapes, a solid gray, both of them with black outline. But it does well enough that you can kind of have a bag. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a line here. Yeah, I'll use the pen tool. I'm going to draw a line here. Put one end there, the other end down here. I'm going to curve it a little bit. Probably going to... Whoa, no, not that. So I'm going to switch over to the anchor tool here, and I'm going to bring it in a little bit. And then I'm going to turn that off. I'm going to give it the black line. There we go. Click away, click back on, so I get this. And then I'm going to give it... I want a good line thickness. But I want it to be nice and soft. So I'm going to create a new brush, actually. A calligraphic brush. Which is probably not the way to say it at all. But...
Calligraphy?
calligraphic brush.
Calligraphic?
I want it to be 90 for this one. I want its roundness to be down. Oh, I guess I don't want it to be 90. I was going to say I want the roundness to be 30. 0. So it gets a good straight up and down look. And I'm going to change the size to probably 30. That'll work. And this brush is going to be bag strap. So what's going to happen is when I do this brush, it should probably be a little bit thicker. Ah! Not that! Yeah, so it should probably be a little bit thicker. We'll make it 50 and see how that looks. Apply. That's better. And then we're going to turn the strap to a slightly different color. There we go. So it doesn't clash with the outline. Oh, I put it in... The bag is in the Aria layer. Ah! No, this needs to be in a layer on its own. Bag. I'm going to put the strap kind of underneath the flap. And then move it over a bit. So that's like the bag strap that goes over the shoulder. And then I'm going to take it. The whole... I said go in the layer. There we go. And then you end up in panel 1. There. Ta-da! We have a bag.
Yay!
Yay! So, I need hands. And that might sound like an odd comment, but it's not. I actually have a sheet. Every time I need a hand, I go into this sheet. And every time I need a hand that's not here, I make a new one. Copy you. Go back here. I don't need this one anymore, so I can close that. Yeah, so let's see. Down, 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 down. Back to panel 1. And I'm going to put it outside for now. Whoop. There we go. And for simplicity's sake, the thing that I'm going to be putting into my bag is going to be my portable battery, which is a nice, ooh, peach colored. No, it's not peach colored. That would be kind of interesting if it was peach colored.
That'd be weird.
What, peach colored battery?
Yeah.
It's flesh tone.
Ew.
Ew? You don't like flesh tone colored things? You know, people are flesh tone.
Wait.
Yeah, have you just realized how horrible you sound?
Sometimes people. Oh my god. That sounds so morbid.
Well, it depends on what your definition of flesh tone is. I mean,
Scraped to the bone.
yeah, there are people who turn green. There are people who get splotches from disease. There are people who
Okay.
get sunburn. Does sunburn count as flesh tone? I mean, crispy flesh, sure, but... Yeah, so I'm going to put this... Oh, yay, putting something in my bag. Behind the bag. And... No, not hanf. Hanf. Yes, I have hanfs. You know, right now is when I'm glad that I have the screen on, the windscreen.
So it doesn't pick up your wind tunnels.
So for a while now, my parenting radar has been triggering in my head. Aria!
What's she doing?
I don't know. But I feel like I hear something. She's doing something.
Is that the bells from outside?
No, not the bells. Maybe I'm just crazy. Aria! I don't know that she can hear me.
What?
Oh, there you are. What are you doing?
I'm playing.
What are you playing with?
You know, kitty.
Oh, okay. Hey, come here. You want to say hi?
To you.
To everyone on the internet. Come here. Over the cord. There we go. Okay. Right there.
What's he say?
Hi. Start with...
Hi.
Who are you?
Arya.
Don't tell them.
Hi, everybody. I'm Arya.
Am I making a comic about you?
Yes.
Not too loud.
All right.
Yeah. So, do you remember yesterday? What did we do yesterday?
Go to Disneyland.
That's right. Did you have fun?
Yes.
Yes. Were you absolutely impatient?
Yes.
Yes. You were ready to go from the moment you woke up.
Yep.
Yep. And that's what this comic is about.
Oh, okay.
Okay. You want me to
Can
let...
Can you tell me the words, please?
There are no words. Do you see any words?
Mm-mm.
Nope, there are no words yet. Although there is Palestrina floating up towards the ceiling. Just like, ooh. I think, so for people who are listening, anybody who sees this is going to be a little spoiler for you, but I think I want to do a Halloween comic this year where I have you, Palestrina, as Madame Leota.
Who?
The woman doing the seance in the crystal ball in the Haunted Mansion.
Okay. Why?
I don't know, just because it would be funny for a Halloween
Howie,
comic.
in this comic, you're floating up to the ceiling.
Yeah, I know.
She's not
Like a
I'm
ghost.
not supposed to.
Yeah, she's not supposed to be.
Daddy's not done yet.
Yeah, no, just I like messing around when it comes to things like this. So let's take Palestrina and let's turn you down to 20% opacity. There,
My
now you're
gosh.
floating to the ceiling like a ghost. Okay, shall I let you go back to playing? Okay. Say bye.
Bye, everybody. But first, I want to hear the video.
You can't. You gotta hear it afterwards.
Yeah, it's still going. Hey! Yes, I do remember you. We got somebody chatting.
Nice.
I believe the first time I saw you comment was on my lava video, if I'm correct. I mean, I have 2 videos, so no matter which one I say, it's going to be a 50% chance to me being right. Well, I guess I have 3 videos. But either way. All right, comic. So yeah, so putting stuff in the bag. Ari comes into the room. You know, big comic for that stuff. I wonder if I'm stuffing too much in the final panel.
Then cut it down to 2 panels?
No. Not cut it down to 2 panels, but rather split it into 2 panels.
Yes.
I mean, I was gonna say cut it down to 2 panels. I'm like, I need all of them. But I want a big panel for this. I wonder if I should split this. Yeah, maybe into 2 panels. You're probably right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this panel, I'm going to shrink it down to there. And I'm going to raise it a little bit. There we go. So I have a question for I Suck, and that's what made you choose the username that you chose? Because the first time I saw it, I sat there and I commented back to you, and I just started laughing because the very first part of my comment was I suck. And that was honestly that was very amusing to me. And so I've just been curious for a while now what got you to do that. Like, what was it that made you make that choice? I'm going to select this here, that there. Move them down. Why is the top of your head cut off? Let's release the masks on all the panels. That would probably be a good idea. Oh, that's probably why. There we go. Let's release the masks on everything. Yay! Oh, that looks so much better now. There we go. So I'm gonna grab... Hey, stop that. That music is copyrighted. That's something that I want to figure out. What movie were you watching?
Scamp.
Scamp?
Lady and the Tramp 2.
Well, I know you said that earlier. I was asking her.
Well, sorry. Aria, don't touch the phone, please. Thank you.
Shrink that down. Again? Didn't you just have dinner?
I'm hungry for my favorite soup.
You're hungry for your favorite soup.
That's more of like an actual dinner thing. How about you have a snack?
Yeah, because you know it's going to be close to bedtime. Ha! So the exact reason I found it funny is the reason that you chose your name. That is actually very clever in my opinion. Like that, I love that.
Okay, hon, let's go find something to eat. It has to be small. It has to be a snack.
Hopefully next time I stream I'll get better at streaming, figure out what's killing the stream health, figure out how to reduce the delay, all that stuff. Just so my laughter and my funniness isn't like 30 seconds away from when I see the comment. So let's see, I need a new panel. Panel 5. move Palestrina up into panel 5. I will make a new square right there. Bottom here. There we go, right there. Woo. I love it when I do silly things like that, where I put things inside of other things that don't belong there. There we go. So, not... Okay, stroke 25, so that's good. Is it aligned properly? No, I don't think it's aligned properly. There we go. Okay. Yes, I'm very, very anal about my panel alignment. Like, I have the OCD of just, it can't be a pixel off. This thing is like 6,000 by 8,000 tall. Just the whole image is 6,000 pixels by 8,000 pixels tall, and one pixel just makes me go insane. Okay, I need a background for panel 5. So for that, I'm just going to grab that, copy it, and then I'm going to go to panel 5 and paste it. Yeah, I need to learn paste in place. Paste in place. What is that? Shift Control V. Okay, I know that for next time. Shift Control V. Good, good, good. So I'm going to take that. Oh, it did make it in there. Okay, cool. So that is going to end up with a background the same as that. And then we need to put it actually in the back. Ta-da! And we have a new panel. Woohoo! Alright, let's grab... Do I have two? I have two panel 3s. Okay, I can just delete that then. I'm looking in panel 3 going, why is this panel blank? I clearly see people in panel 3. You have a bowl of pickles.
Yeah. A snack.
That's funny.
That's... They're good. No.
What's funny is you're just going to hear in the background of the pickle.
Will be that obvious?
Yes. Yes, it is that obvious. That's funny. You make me want one.
Do you want a pickle?
No. not while I'm streaming.
Oh, okay. Well,
Can you imagine somebody streaming and just be like, yeah, excuse me a second, I'm going to eat a pickle, crunch.
This is like some ASMR shit. I know. Oh, sorry. Is your stream not allowed to?
I have a very, very PG comic and PG stream, thank you.
I'm sorry. I ruined it. Now you gotta bump it up to like 18 plus.
Well, really, I mean...
You'll have to sign in order to watch his stream.
With the fidget spinner, that's kind of borderline PG already, just saying, because the last part where it ends right before it gets into that.
Especially because Arya quotes it constantly. I'm always
oh gosh. Yeah, Arya loves that video, and so she quotes it all the way to the end. And I'm sitting there like, maybe I shouldn't let her watch those things. I'm not going to stop because it's funny. You know, it's funny to make that stuff, but, you know. As for a Tumblr, no, I do not have a Tumblr. Well, I have... I mean, I know there's a Reality Quest Tumblr floating around that I haven't touched for a while, but I don't quite understand Tumblr.
It would be really good, though, because a lot of comics start off on Tumblr.
Well, now that my comic is more vertically oriented, I think it fits better on Tumblr, but back when I had horizontally oriented Tumblrs, or horizontally oriented comics. Like on Tumblr, Tumblr is definitely built for vertical. So, but that's...
Start posting it. You can even post it once a day because you don't have anything on Tumblr.
Well, it's funny because I can probably set it to automatically post to Tumblr.
That's true.
But it won't post in the format that I want. So, like, I need to figure out a different way to do that. Excuse me again.
Get on that, man.
Yeah, no. So, back to the comic. Comic.
This is ADHD at its finest.
Absolutely. Just getting distracted by everything else.
Yeah.
Doubly annoyed. Woo! No. Let's see. We'll reflect this here. Every time it's silent, no matter how quiet you try to eat that pickle, it's still going to crunch.
Okay, I only have like 2.5 left. I'm sorry.
Well, it's just funny because there are going to be people who just think it's funny, and then there are going to be other people who sit there, you know, going, because they have misophonia and they're hearing the eating noises going, I want to kill something. I want to, like, rip paper because of that sound.
I wonder how many people would go to their fridge, stop the stream, like when it's actually on YouTube and people are watching it later, and then go to their fridge and get pickles because they're like thinking about it.
You're going to have the 1% of people who are sitting there like, now I want a pickle.
Why 1%? Pickles are amazing. They are a great snack.
Oh, no, don't worry about it. I like answering questions. So if you have any more, go ahead and ask away. I will answer as many as I possibly can. I don't know what to call them, but I need squeezy eyes. Yes, my disorganized file structure for my, for what my comic is in.
It looks pretty organized, actually.
No, it's really not. Like, there's a lot of just random folders that I need to go through and clean out, put elsewhere. Like, I literally have a folder called miscellaneous that I was dumping stuff in for the longest time. It's just like, no, they don't go in there. So I made new folders to start putting stuff in and never took stuff out of the old places and put them in the new places. So let's see. I need squeezy eyes. Where are those? Oh, actually, there's some in this comic. Yeah, but that one's tilted. It's just too much of a pain in the butt. Oh, there we go. It's like you wait until I stop talking to crunch those.
Well, just imagine.
And see, I told you were going to make somebody want pickles.
Yeah, do it up, man. Arya and I are both having pickles as a snack.
Oh, I didn't know Arya was.
Yeah, I gave her an option of crunchy carrots or pickles. So regardless, you'd have crunchy noises in this live stream.
See this? This is the face I'm making to you right now.
I just did a slow clap there with my mouth.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. No, that reminds me of that Family Guy episode.
Oh
Where
gosh.
he's like eating chips out of the bag. And
Oh yes, I know which one you're talking
the Anne
about.
Frank Diaries one or something?
Yeah, I think so. Where they're in, where he's in with the that was
so terrible. He's just
very
like eating chips, like very trying to be all quiet. Yeah, Steven, do you know when the next video is gonna be?
That's a good question. I mean, my goal was for it to be 2 weeks ago. But that obviously didn't happen. Although, the video that I'm working on now is about the most horrible fish I've ever owned. And that might not sound like a very funny video, but believe me, it is terrifyingly hilarious. But I think I want to do a shorter story before I put that one out of just the incident that happened yesterday with my hat.
Oh,
That's dark though.
No, it's not. It's hilarious.
Because you forgot your hat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry,
Okay.
did I just
So.
give away the punchline.
Well, no, not really. But seriously, it's I left my hat somewhere in Disneyland. We were halfway across the dang park when I realized it. I literally just like threw my bag at Palestrina, turned around, and went sprinting the opposite direction.
Yeah. I see. Maybe it's funny now, but at the time it wasn't funny. That
No.
was just awful.
That's my hat. It's my baby. What
It's your
sort of
signature.
YouTube icon would I have without it?
Oh my god.
What brand of pickles do we buy?
Oh,
Vlasic.
is that it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the ones that are like super crunchy but tiny, like baby pickles. Oh, they're so good.
Yeah, the Vlasic baby pickle holes.
You used to buy them in like slices, and that was just, it had this combination of like not enough crunch to it, I think. It
Yeah?
was, like,
Oh,
too-
yeah.
it was
The
too
quarter spears.
soft.
I know
didn't
what you're
like
talking
that.
about.
And, like how it was soft and crunchy. I mean, like most of them are, but you need it to be less soft. So baby pickles.
Yeah, I remember that the brand is the one with the bird, and that's Vlasic.
Yeah, that's right.
Ah! Ah, no!
Oh god.
Ah! Click the right thing. Thank you. Raise, transform. I'm gonna rotate by 180.
You should do a Disneyland video. Animated.
Explain.
I don't know. I don't have an actual idea. I just think you should do a Disneyland video. Oh, I guess then if you did that missing your hat thing, it would be kind of at Disneyland.
Yeah, exactly. The mouth just doesn't look right to me, does it? Does it look right to you?
It looks okay. Yeah. I don't know. I'm more fixated on the eyes. They look super thick.
Oh, the
Are they supposed to be?
yeah, they always look like that when I do it. I mean, the other option is
Turn it down. Turn it. Oh, it's too late.
yeah. See, that's exactly it. I mean, I could make something thinner.
No, it's too thick.
Like I could take that.
I don't get it.
okay.
Why don't you just automatically like do it? Oh, because you have a specific stroke.
Yeah, I have a specific stroke. So 105, 35, 50. So what I'll do is I will do 105,
She's not
35, and 40. VIs. Honestly, I don't think there are that many brands of pickles. I mean, you have Vlasic, you have probably some other cheaper brand, and then you have the store brand of pickles. So it's just like,
Yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, Isaac just asked what, or asked what brand of pickles we bought, and then thought it was funny that we bought the same brand of pickles, and that's actually kind of funny. You know, because it's just like, pickles. It's such a random thing to talk about on a stream. Just, hey, look, we're talking about pickles. Although, it would probably be more random, Palestrina, if you hadn't been eating them.
Yeah, that would have been random.
That still looks huge. Oh, because I didn't select it. There we go. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I don't know. It's like the minor details make it a little bit better.
As for what happens to my fish, you're gonna have to wait. But
Yeah, he's got to entice you a little bit.
let's just say that in the first few seconds of that video, that the first thing I call that fish is an asshole. Because that fish, oh man, that fish was just mean and horrible, and like it. That fish was the jock of my fish tank.
The jock.
The jock.
You know what? Somebody's been picked on in high school, and they have to refer to a mean fish as the jock. See, we never had mean people in our high school. Not mean students. We had mean teachers.
You didn't have jocks at your school because you went to an all-girls school.
That's not true. Girls can be jocks. Hello.
I guess that's true, huh?
No, we just had a very like, I don't know, it's weird. It's like in high school, do people actually segregate into different cliques and stuff like that? Like cliques that actually have names of like the chess club, now we will become a thing, or the yearbook club. Like, I mean, my school, I was the yearbook club. I was the only kid that did yearbook. Literally for the entire school. That's not an exaggeration.
You were? Oh, yeah. How do I feel about the odd ones out subscribing to me? I mean, James is a cool dude. I like him. He's awesome, and he's part of the reason of what inspired me to do animation in the first place. I mean, like, I definitely was a little fanboy when I saw him do that, like when I saw that happen. But like, I don't want to play it up a whole bunch because I'm not the type of person to like play off of his success. I want to have success, but kind of on my own. And and I don't like treating any one subscriber of mine above another. So it's just like, yeah, it's cool that the odd ones out subscribe to me, but you know, he is just as much a subscriber as everyone else is, especially you, I saw, because you were subscribed to me for from close to the beginning, I think. Like, and that's always going to be something that I will remember.
Nah.
But yeah.
You always remember your first. No, just...
Did I have a fuzz on my eye?
An eyelash.
Oh.
Make a wish.
Yes.
No.
Eyelashes are on eyes. That's where they
It
are.
was falling off your
Oh.
eye. Golly jeepers.
Somebody's barking in the other room.
Yeah,
And
she's
it's not a
supposed to be
dog. We don't
cleaning.
have a dog.
I'm gonna go check on her.
Okay.
It's almost bedtime. She's got school tomorrow.
Oh boy. Skew.
Hon, are you cleaning? It's not clean yet. I hear you playing.
Ah. Ah. Here we go. I just selected like a whole bunch of different tools. I'm going through, just selecting everything. Select all the tools. You know, one thing I always forget is I need to make Palestrina slightly shorter than me. It's details like this that I really like look at. The fact that Palestrina is shorter than I am. So, like, if I were to take Palestrina and move her over here and align the bottom of her character with the bottom of my character, you'll see that her head ends up lower than mine does. And it's little details like that that are really important to me. Oh, not reflect. Rotate. Rotate. There we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take little eye things from me. Hmm? I'm going to put them in Palestrina's. I'm going to move them all the way over here. Ah, no, not the whole eye. Yeah. See, this is the part that always, like, gets really hard to do, is when you want to select certain things in a group. Like, grabbing onto them can be hard sometimes. Just, fun times. Okay, so there's one. I need this one. I'm going to put a mask on these, but I'm going to release the mask on my eyes. I'm going to do this. I'm going to release the mask and then do this. Release the mask. Grab you, grab you. Move over. I'm going to make that and that mask there, that and that mask there. Okay. Who inspired me the most to create animations? Oh man, that's actually a hard question because I think I have a couple, really. Seeing the fact that, like, definitely The Odd Ones Out, definitely James, his stories were very simple. They're but simple as in like very realistic, like they real life stuff. They're not like grand, so over the top that it's just like, oh my gosh, what the heck, funny. It's like simple stuff that happens to you, kind of funny, and I like that a lot. And I think that's one of the things that inspired me to do animations. Domix was also one as well, because I liked kind of the way he animated stuff. And then actually Palestrina, who does an animated series called Hunter's Game, which I am a character in, is something that really made me want to do animation as well, for YouTube specifically. I have been animating things since high school, so that's a good 10 years now that I've been doing animation. It's just I've never really thought about wanting to do stuff for YouTube until recently. Like, it was all just stuff that I do for myself, going, haha, this is funny. But it wasn't until recently when I was like, okay, I can actually put stuff out on YouTube that people would want to watch, and I can tell fun stories via animation rather than, like, I have a hard time just plopping myself in front of a camera and pointing it at my face and telling a story naturally. So, and I don't know what it is, but the moment I'm in front of a camera, I just go like stiff. So recording my voice and doing animation was kind of one of those things that was just a natural step. And it was watching other YouTube animators, and really it's a lot of the animators that I've watched can be considered an inspiration of mine.
Oh,
So,
inspirations?
yeah.
Nice.
Yes, who inspired me the most to create animations?
Ooh, I suck. You're asking really awesome questions. Better than the questions that I've been asking about, like, Mean Girls and stuff. Conversation topics.
Well, I mean, it's like, you know everything about me, almost, so...
Oh, yeah, so then I just
you
kind of
don't-
go to the deep stuff.
Yeah, like, you don't know... Like, you don't need to ask questions over and over again.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, of course not.
I personally like getting questions, too.
Yeah, you're not bothering me at all by asking so many questions. You don't need to worry about that. Honestly, again, I love answering the questions, so as many questions as you have, I will do my best to answer them. So
Yeah.
just keep them coming.
You're also making this live stream extremely exciting.
Yeah, like,
I'm not...
without these questions, I'd be sitting here going, and then I do this, and then I do that, and then we're going to put this here. We're going to draw some happy little trees, you know, and but like, I think the questions are what keeps it kind of entertaining.
Totally.
The one thing I need to remember is to actually, like, repeat the question, so I'm not just answering something and people watching later going, wait, what?
What is he talking about?
What is he talking about?
Why are they talking about pickles now? I don't understand. No.
Okay, let's grab Arya.
I thought you meant in real life.
Let's grab Arya in real life. We're going to sprint into the other room and just pick her up. Haha, I've got her. She's mine.
And mine.
So yeah, that's something I want to do is when I eventually get off my butt and put up a Patreon, I want to sit there, and I think one of the rewards I want to do is, like, have a message said in a voice, because I feel like I'm pretty good at doing that. Like, being able to sit here and do different voices.
Okay, so but wait, what if somebody tells you do a voice that sounds like a certain character that already exists?
Oh gosh, I don't know if I could do that.
Yeah, because I feel
Well,
like a lot of people would do that. If...
Yeah, they're gonna have to be limits to that. but I don't know. I don't know what to do for Patreon rewards.
Yeah, you do. You always
Well,
have Patreon rewards.
No, I have good ideas, but then I'm like, well, I don't know. Does that really fit? Is that going to be too much work to do? Because I don't want Patreon rewards that are really going to like detract from my, ability to do stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So like, if I do a bunch of like art rewards, and I'm spending all my time drawing art for people that I'm not doing a comic or not doing animation, then what does that mean? You know?
Well, you could do a lot of rewards that other people seem to do, where it's like they put Patreon members in their descriptions or at the end of their videos and stuff like that.
That's true. Reflect. I imagine you have family members that you are trying not to bother by laughing. Let's see here. You know, Ari needs to be significantly shorter than she is in this comic. Because, like,
she can be a big baby.
She's all the way down here, really.
Yeah, she is.
Like, she's definitely, like... This is more like 10-year-old Arya, not child Arya. What?
Do you want me to go turn it on for her?
Well, you know bedtime is in a half hour, right? So you're only going to be able to watch a half hour's worth. That's okay? Okay. Then yes, you can watch it. But when it's bedtime, okay? Absolutely. Of course I can remember you in the future, you know, when I make it big, if I make it big. Because your name is just something that is going to stick easily. So that's something that you got going for you, is your YouTube name is something that is hilarious and definitely will stick. I need to rotate. I need to give Arya a little scowl. One of the things I think is funny is that I'm doing this right now. I know exactly what I'm doing, what I want to do, and just I'm sitting here and I'm sure that like everyone else is, everyone watching is sitting here going, I don't get what this is going to be. I don't know what's going on, and I'm sitting here going, yeah, I have the dialogue in my head. I already know. I just like to do the dialogue last. I don't know why, but I do. No, not pink. You need to be white. Quick paste. Mask you. Mask you. I need to take the eye things. They're above the hair. Nah, I need to put them below the hair. There we go. Much better.
Did you read this last comment?
Can you
Yes.
remember me in the future when you're big? It's okay if you don't.
Yeah, I
That's
already
sweet.
responded to it.
That's so sweet.
Oh, you're very welcome. Thank you so much for asking the questions. As I said before, it makes this so much more entertaining.
Oh,
You're
sorry,
bumping my table.
No, I'm sorry.
How am I
Moving
supposed to
everything.
art if you keep jiggling everything?
It's funny that Arya has eyes like that.
Why? These things should be thinner, shouldn't they?
A little bit.
Nope. Too big. Too big.
Sorry.
Also copyrighted. You get my account a copyright strike. I'm not gonna be happy.
My goodness. Apparently, isn't it a thing where you can't copyright more than unless it's more than 9 seconds?
I'm not sure, actually. I don't think that's what it is. I think it has to do with, like, the automatic system that... Because it's not always somebody manually issuing a copyright claim. It's also the automated system. Like, if somebody says, I don't want my song, to be used in videos, so I'm going to put it in YouTube's automatic copyright claiming system, and that system, like, looks through videos for that. Like, if it detects, when you upload a video, if it detects that you have that in there, it goes, that's copyrighted, gonna put a strike on you.
How did you develop your animation style?
I just kind of went for it. Seriously, I just threw stuff into After Effects that were the characters that I already have, because they are actually built very, very well for that, and said, order this, order that, move, go. I literally just went at it, and I figure my animation style is still a baby, okay? So I just kind of did, and I figure my animation style will kind of really come out as I'm doing it, as I do more and more videos. It will get more streamlined, it'll have a fluid style. It'll have a what is it that I'm looking for? Consistent. It'll have a consistent style. So
I don't know if this is just a Canadian show, but because you have no necks on your people, it always reminded me of Daft Planet, which is like this show with these kids. It's all animation. They have no necks, and it was funny. I don't even think their arms... Oh no, their hands are attached to their body. No, they're not. Oh no, they are. Never mind. I'm like, okay, sorry. But their heads are. There's no necks, and I thought that was really cool. But yours are more simple. Can I tell you something that one of my friends said about your... When I showed them that I was in a little comic of yours?
Mm-hmm.
A little comic. Oh my god, that sounds so weird. No, they were just like, you look like a pill with boobs.
I mean, that's kind of true in the sense of the way I have my comic stuff done. Hey, I need my bag in the second panel. Whoop.
Copy and paste.
Just duplicate these. Put them into panel 2. Huh?
No, it's just I was trying to
get the live stream back up. You made the live stream go away? Why? How could you? Yeah, seriously, next time we have to get you a microphone.
That'd be fun. Then it'd be like a podcast.
That would be a fun thing to do.
It would feel like a podcast. I've always wanted to, like, do a podcast.
Me too. I've been listening to The Adventure Zone recently, and they just came out with their last episode of their current campaign, and I like it a lot, and it makes me almost want to listen to My Brother and Me, which are the guys who actually do The Adventure Zone. I have no idea what it's about, but they're so hilarious, I don't think I care. I'd listen to it anyway.
Yeah. I Suck says, your animation style kind of reminds me of South Park because of the necks.
Yeah, I guess that is true, because they don't have necks either, do they?
I feel like... I guess not. Especially Canadians. Canadians on that show are
Canadians don't even have mouths. They just split the head in half.
Yeah, that's what we are in real life, just waddling heads that could fall off our bodies any moment.
I don't think that the South Park characters have arms either.
I think that's super cool because...
Oh, no, they do. They have arms. My bad. But, okay, like the round heads that are kind of disconnected from the body. They don't really have necks. They just kind of sit there. The only difference is my heads are elevated from the body.
Right. That's super, that's an honor. South Park has, a terrific animation.
Well, you know how all art really is inspired by other art? And I think a lot of my style was inspired by extra credits. I really like the way that they do their characters. I don't my characters are very stiff though. Like theirs bend in interesting ways, and theirs are definitely like more hand drawn of a look. But I like the simplistic art style that they had for their stuff, and I thought, hey, that's actually pretty good. So I kind of appropriated it in my own sort of way for that. Yeah.
Do you have any tips for someone starting animation?
Um, I think the hardest thing for me to figure out was what program to use, because there are so many different programs out there, and I say for starting animation, look up details about each program and find out which one is gonna like work the best for you. And I mean, let's assume that you don't have any knowledge on animation or programs in general. Google is your friend. So like look up different tutorials, look up tutorials in different animation programs to see which kind of style you like the best. And then once you pick a program, kind of stick with it as much as you possibly can. I, for one, use After Effects. And it's not the easiest thing to animate in. I know a lot of animators animate in Flash. But seriously, you ask any animator, what program do you use to animate? And they will tell you something different, probably.
That's true.
But Google is your friend. Definitely Google search various tutorials. I mean, YouTube. YouTube is going to have a ton of animation tutorials.
Right.
Like, that's where I found how to do my mouths. I found a way to add a script into After Effects, which would allow me to make it easier to do lip syncing. But seriously, I mean, even today, I still search things up on Google. I still search things up on YouTube, try and figure it out.
I'm glad you didn't just give a cop-out answer by being like, just do it. Especially when it comes to animation, a lot of people actually don't know where to start. It's like, what do you mean? How? Like,
well, just do it would be my advice for somebody who wants to start animation. So like, if the question was, do you have any tips for someone who wants to do animation? My response would probably be, start just
actually
mess
doing
around and with stuff and figure out, but start doing it. But if
But,
it's
like,
for somebody starting animation, then absolutely YouTube tutorials or
Yeah.
searching Google. Different articles will tell you how to do certain things.
I think the hardest thing. Oh my gosh! I've just I'm just.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I like where. Yeah, like because almost where do you start in a way, and like how do you know what style would fit best for you? You know, like you worked well because you kind of had your comic first, so you started off with drawing characters, which was a lot easier from when you transitioned over into animation. I'm assuming, right?
Yeah, actually, because of the way I have my characters in Illustrator, importing them into After Effects made it super easy.
Yeah.
To actually like do that, just because After Effects really liked the way I laid things out.
Yeah. It's almost like then there would only you can only progress one way from that point, you know?
Yeah.
But if you don't know what you want your stuff to look like at all, I mean, yeah, you'd almost have to start drawing it out and figuring out how characters would move in a specific way so that you can get the motion you want it to.
Right.
And that's really difficult too, because like for someone who can't draw, like
You mean you?
now I'm actually now I'm being more specific. I can't draw at all. So for me, it was actually really difficult to try and like make characters that moved if I wanted them to move more fluidly. So I understand people who wouldn't be able to use Flash.
Yeah.
Because After Effects is more like moving shapes around, kind of what you were saying earlier.
I will say I apologize for not having a more specific answer of like a specific YouTuber or a specific channel or whatnot that does animation tutorials. But I mean, with how far and wide Google reaches, I don't think it's all that hard to find stuff. Mm-hmm. What's my goal for subscribers this year? That's actually a good question, because I am not one to make a subscriber goal, because I remember you showed me a video once, Palestrina, And
who was it? I know what
I think,
you're talking.
was it Asante?
Maybe it was.
Yeah, either way, but what was said in the video was, don't make impossible goals. You can't control your subscriber count. So really, I don't have a goal for subscribers because I can't even make a guarantee that I'll reach that goal. That's completely out of my control. But what I do have is a goal for videos. So it's August now, and I wanted to have at least 10 videos by the end of the year, which when I started in July would mean one every 3 weeks, I think. Because there's 6 for once a month plus an extra 4.
Right. That's pretty
So,
good. That's pretty good.
yeah, so rather than a subscriber goal, I had a video goal. But now I'm down to, I have 2 animation videos up.
3. Oh, no, 2.
No, I have 2 animation videos up. I need 8 more. I've got September, October, November, December to do it. So I have to do 2 every month from starting September to make that. And I think I can.
I think you can do it.
I think I can.
I just, will pull you aside and be like, hey.
Hey,
Spend
get working.
time with me. No, yeah.
Yeah. Spend time with me. I've got to work. But you can do it later. Like, I'll be at crunch time at the end. I'll come up with a comic a day, for the last 8 days of the... Or, an animation a day for the last 8 days. Have you gotten any sleep? No.
Leave me
Yeah. My New Year's resolution, sleep.
Yeah.
There's the other one. I need to move panel 5 below panel 4. There we go. Okay. Speechy time. Speech. Cricket, 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 silence, cricket. So, Pastorina, do you have any questions? Do you have
I was actually thinking
anything
about
to input?
that.
Oh, okay.
I'm really bad. I'm like bad to think of stuff on the spot. Especially because then I have to kind of go outside my shell and think of
Like, I
things
know everything
don't
about you already.
Yeah,
I don't know what
that's
to
I mean, like,
ask.
Yeah. This is basically a Q&A now, LOL.
Q&A with a comic behind it.
That's what Isaac said.
Ha! Yeah.
I have a goal for you.
What?
You should do more live streams, but then make them shorter.
It's probably true. This has been going on for an hour and a
3
half.
hours? Oh, no.
It's 7:47.
Oh. Okay.
It's only been going on for an hour and a half.
Oh, okay. Well then, not 3 hours, thank God. No.
Well, I mean, it's a process to do a comic.
Probably, that's true.
So, I mean, you can't really say that...
Rush your art! No.
Go faster, man!
No. It's true.
There we go. Lure meets him. Fun fact, this means nothing. It's a bunch of Latin-looking, like the lorem ipsum dolor whatever stuff, means nothing. It looks Latin,
Are you telling me?
but it means nothing. I'm just saying in general. I think it's a fun fact that it's
Oh.
not actually anything.
Yeah, no, we used to use, it's placeholder text. We used to use it
Mhm.
for InDesign
But you
work
think like
in school.
it's placeholder text, but you think it actually means something. Like if you were to translate it from Latin, what does it say? And it doesn't say anything. It's gibberish.
Right,
It's like if you put a baby in front of a keyboard and said mash letters.
right. But they do it in a specific way and pattern because a lot of the letters have to actually be like words. So if you were gonna, it's for design purpose. Well, yeah, design purposes.
Yeah, of course. Peanut 3.
Yeah, I always heard that with subscriber count, it's always the hardest to get to your first 1,000 subscribers. But then again, people kind of keep making that very different. Like sometimes people will say it's hardest to get to your first 100 subscribers, and then it's all of a sudden like it's hardest to get to your first 10,000 subscribers. So it's like these milestones just are so different in everybody's eyes. Do you like Jake Paul or not? I personally hate him, but that's just my opinion.
I don't watch anything of his. Like, I only hear about him in passing, but none of his stuff is really something that I don't think I've ever been interested in. I will admit, back when Logan Paul, his brother, was on Vine, I remember seeing that stuff on Facebook, and I liked a decent amount of it. Like, it was funny.
It's funny, yeah.
But I didn't really follow either of them when they went on YouTube. You know, it's just like, oh, cool, they're a thing. And then, I've been hearing all the stuff about them, and I'm like,
Don't care, yeah.
okay, well, no, I care. I care because you were caught in a mob.
Yeah, that was bad. VidCon, it was just like I was walking outside, and then all of a sudden, Logan Paul, and I'm like freaking out. I literally couldn't pass the escalator. That was bad. I don't know. The internet's changed a lot. Like, I kind of miss the days back in, like, 2012 when you can easily just talk to a creator you appreciated and not feel like you were this hardcore die fan.
Right. Like, when you could just talk to somebody and be like, hey, I'm a person, I love the stuff you do. And they could go, hey, I'm a person too, and I think you're awesome. Right. Rather than, that to me was like my Wheezy Waiter impression. But no, but not today, where it's just like, oh, hey, look, a fan. Because I for one, I don't want to treat anybody who comes up with me like a fan, because that's not really fair to them. Totally. In the sense of, oh, you're somebody who adores me. It's like, no.
But you know what? I feel bad because, like, I've heard both sides of the story from a fan's point of view who's a creator and wants to be appreciated and kind of, like, talk to them as a friend, but also from the creator's point of view, because I've heard stories of them getting into serious trouble, of people stalking them, of people who are, like, it looked like they were going to go in for a hug and just they felt uncomfortable with that, like with touching that was kind of inappropriate or whatever. So, or death threats, like, I don't know, watching some of Philip DeFranco's stuff that you were sending me earlier today.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, like, of course a creator's going to put their guard up for anybody they start to meet, and it's going to be this cycle of, yeah, it's nice meeting you too, okay, you put on a face almost of every single person you come across with at that point.
Yeah, but at the same time, I'm not going to treat somebody like all high and mighty in the sense of, oh, I'm a creator and you love me.
I mean, I know creators do that too, which sucks.
Suck has to go. Bye. Thanks for joining us.
Bye, Suck.
Have a nice dinner. And then the stream got empty.
But what was I saying?
Creators.
Yeah, like I understand that there are some creators that do treat fans not very well, and they just don't care. They're kind of like, these guys pay my bills and that's that. I don't need to really appreciate, which sucks because then you're meeting your hero and they end up being this disgusting.
I don't understand. Well, I don't think that doesn't make anybody disgusting, in my opinion. I mean, if people want to continue to be fans of somebody who treats their fans like that, that's perfectly fine. I don't particularly like it when people do that, and I can easily tell by what you were saying that you don't particularly like it when people treat fans like that. But that's not. I'm not going to condemn that.
Right.
Because that's unfair too.
I mean, yeah, like, could you imagine if It's kind of the same thing as some people treat this as their job. Like, they do kind of use it as a work method of getting money, and this is what they do, and they love it. But they don't. But, like, imagine if you were to do the same thing with your job, where you go into work and you had to feel like everyone you worked with was your friend. Right? Like, the people that are appreciating them and their content, they might just treat it as like, yeah, these are kind of acquaintances because they're the ones that help me pay my bills. And
True. Something that just was weird that popped in my ear.
Oh, me?
No, I don't know. I don't know what popped in my ear, but it was just like pop. Yay, audio! Yay, motorcycles! That was weird. You're touching things. Stop touching my cords.
Can I touch the mic?
I mean, you could.
Can I brush the mic?
With a hairbrush?
No, with my hand.
Oh. Funny.
Yep.
Well, stream's gonna be wrapping up soon enough anyway.
We're almost gonna be done. You know what you should do? You should totally stop the scene before the punchline so people can't actually know the joke.
Yeah,
That's
that would be
horrible.
mean.
You gotta
though.
wait till tomorrow. That is mean. I wonder what would happen if you just did a stream every single time you were doing a comic.
Every comic that I make would take longer to do than normal.
That's true. But it'd be more fun. It's
Yeah,
to interact
okay.
with your audience.
My YouTube would be full of live streams and not animations if that was the
That's
case.
true. Can you just put your live streams in a certain category? Like, you can make playlists of your animations that you want to feature on your channel.
Yeah, that's true. Move these up.
In 4 minutes, I'm gonna go tell Arya that it's bedtime.
Yeah, I'm gonna be getting close to done then anyway. I was thinking, if I get this comic done quick, I'll do 2 tonight. Yeah, no, it's not happening.
I don't think I'd let you do that. I wouldn't let that happen. Oh, are you gonna look at me like...
Hear that? You've heard it here first. She's not going to let me do more comics. She if there's no comic on Wednesday, she's at fault.
This woman who's beside me, who I happen to marry and want to spend the rest of my life with,
Yeah.
she's at fault.
It's her fault. I her blame. She's to blame.
It's my fault, guys.
Because she wants to do something like spend quality time with me. Ugh. Oh, I mean, who would ever do that? Spend quality time with their significant other? I mean, jeez. That's just...
You can go now. No.
Just like... You want to say one more word about that? You're sleeping on the couch tonight, but we don't have a couch. Mm-hmm.
On the floor. A cold, hard floor with all the ants.
I suppose I don't really need to put tails on any of these. Because it's pretty obvious who's speaking.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes more sense when you push it. Like...
Yeah, that's
And you
fine.
do that a lot too, where you don't put tails on Arya's talking.
Well, when she's saying... when she's the only one talking... I mean, it's not like I'm the one going, Daddy, Daddy, hey, Daddy, can we go yet? Daddy, Daddy, hey, Daddy, hey, Disneyland?
You know what I really like about your comic? It's very well laid out.
Yeah, I've actually spent a lot of time kind of studying comic layout and figuring out what flow and things like that. Like I've really done a lot of research on that, and it's not the best. Like I'll be the first to say that my layout is definitely got some problems. It's got some flow issues sometimes, but I do try and I do try and actually like get flow right. I've put an effort a lot into that.
For sure, it shows. Because it's hard. I would assume that it would be very hard to kind of
do that part, you know, to make it visibly readable.
Yeah.
And you just do it so naturally, like you don't even think about it when you look at your comic.
Yeah, well, this is the 161st comic.
Woo!
So, you know, I've had some time to develop it.
That's true.
But, like, there have been plenty of times where what'll happen is I'll have an idea of what I want, and I'll lay it out, and then I will, like, put the words down and go, that doesn't work, because the first person speaking should always be the person on the left, because it's in English, you know, where we read from left to right. If I put me on the left and you on the right, and in a comic, and you're the first one to speak, that's just bad paneling. I mean, because then you'll have to have the speech bubbles crossing over each other, the tails crossing over to go to each person so you see. Really, I mean, and that's not to say that you can't do that. There are plenty of times in which you can, so long as you can signify it. But because I don't like it when my tails cross, I always put the first person speaking on the left, because it makes sense. Even if it might not make the most sense to me at the time, because it's not what I envisioned at the beginning, by the time I'm done, I'm looking at it going, yeah, that's a lot better.
Right.
Pin.
Spin, spin, spin.
How did you... Hold up a second. I turned myself around.
P-A-T-I-E-N.
Yeah, I got it.
Amazing.
What, did I totally spaced on how to spell patience?
No, I just think it's funny. Like, the whole comic in general is really good. When you said that, it was very funny.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, Steven, rethink what you just said. Let's...
I'll leave hers bold. So, remember how I used to make my speech bubbles of just like the yelling or the raised voice, how it was just, you know, a zigzag line, zig 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 zig.
Oh, I don't remember this actually.
I've figured out another way of doing it, and this is also by looking at other comics and seeing how they did it and going, hey, you know, that's a good idea, I should do that. Like,
Right.
I used to do zigzagged like this, if you remember. Well, you know, except...
In white. Right.
But yeah, that zigzag line there. But I've learned a better idea rather than doing that. Oh gosh! Ah! I can just say, okay, let's start here. I'm gonna go there, 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 there. Go there, 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 and there. Yeah, I've kind of pinked it. So I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna put it under that, and then what I've learned to do is, instead of doing zigzaggy, which kind of looks a little weird, curve.
Oh.
Which honestly has a better look to it than the zigzag.
Right.
At least in my opinion.
Right.
See?
Cool.
It's a bit more of a pop to it
Yeah.
this way. And I'm going to move it more centered.
I'm gonna go get... Are you ready for bed?
Okay. hours. Oh, I need to figure out a place to live stream in a better location. Maybe the closet. I don't know, someplace that. Oh, don't stuff your face so quick that you get sick, suck. Yeah, that was like, just saying that was just it went in my head, and I'm like, okay, yes. I'm talking to people on the internet. Oh. Okay, pencil again. Pencils down. Okay, loopy loop there. Make a loop loop and pull, and your comics are looking cool. I'm gonna put this more over that one. Yeah, that doesn't look good. Put this over here. Not much. I've been putting the speech in, so you didn't miss too much from being gone, suck.
I thought you were talking to Timmy.
No, I'm not talking to Timmy.
I love you. I love you, Daddy.
Well, come back in when you've changed into your jammies.
I love you, doll.
I love you too.
And I want to be with you.
Aw, well, yeah, come back in when you're changing into your jammies.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it, suck.
Polly. Polly. Polly, Polly, Polly. Polly, 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 Polly. Polly. Polly, 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 Polly. I said I can come back when I'm changed because I want to spend time with them.
Okay, then hurry up and change. It's bedtime.
I need this to be regular.
Oh, he came back?
Yep.
Oh, I'm back. I ate as fast as I can. Everyone's looking at me weird. Oh, what did I miss? Can I ask one more question? What did he ask? Oh wait, he hasn't asked it yet. Oh, I'm super eager. This is so cool.
Polly.
Yeah, can you get
What is Paul?
Can you get your elastics, okay? Sorry, am I popping it like a lot?
No, I don't know what's causing it to pop.
Maybe because I'm yelling.
It's not that. But like all of a sudden it just stops in my ear and just pops and ear. I need to turn you big. And put a little tail here. No, everything turned pink. We're both sitting there just like glancing back over at the screen to see if there's a question showing up yet.
It's very entertaining.
Yeah.
What's your favorite movie?
Oh gosh.
That's hard.
Oh.
'Cause you like a lot of movies.
I do. Like, My movie shelf has probably a good couple hundred movies on it. Yeah, absolutely a good couple hundred movies on it. Oh
Name
man.
like the
Okay.
Name a few that you like the best.
My top animated movie, I think, is Tangled.
That's a good answer.
I love Tangled. Tangled is like, it's a great story. I really like how it caters to just everybody, you know. My top superhero movie right now has got to be the new Spider-Man. That thing is hilarious.
Oh yeah.
And but I think my favorite movie series is a tie between Back to the Future and Indiana Jones. And those are all the ones that are on my top list. I don't think I can choose a favorite between them, but I will say that like a good 95% of the time, if you put me in front of a movie that contains time travel, I am almost certain going to like it. Like, I like time travel movies for some reason. So if it has time travel in it, it's totally my jam. It's my thing.
What's your thing? That's a good question though.
Okay, punchline time.
What's punchline time?
Time for the punchline, the comic.
Of course. Are you just trying to remember what I said?
You didn't say anything. You just laughed.
Steven. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Is it like you have to figure out how it works, translates properly into comic form?
Yeah. Ah, wrong button. Ah, wrong button.
I really do like that little rendition you did on Arya's thing.
What?
The bubble.
Oh.
It looks pretty good. It reminds me of Archie comics for some reason.
Why?
I don't know. Hey, what font do you use?
Me?
Yeah, for your
Wild Words.
actually, that's what it's called.
Yeah, it's called Wild Words.
Does it only go in caps?
Yes. There's actually a very good reason for that too.
Really? Why?
Because
And-
in comics,
Don't say it reads better. Were you gonna say that?
yes.
How though? Because so I studied graphic design, and they always told us never use full caps in text because it doesn't read as well as lowercase and uppercase.
Well, I mean, this might be true, but where it comes from with comics is way back when, like in the 50s and 60s, 40s, 30s, even all the way back there. You're not acting like a stalker fan. Acting like a stalker fan would be going, "What's your address? Does your phone number start with a 3? No? How about a 2?
That's terrible. How are you not even close to dressed right now?
Because I don't know how the bubbles go.
Why don't you go
Absolutely not with the clinginess. No.
Why don't you go
Suck, you're not being too clingy at all.
Huh?
Go wear your graphic pajamas.
Maybe for this one I'll eat it.
You don't need to throw it out, but just go wear your other pair of pajamas, the ones you wore last night.
So, Suck, here's a question for you. Because I realize I've been assuming this whole time that you are a he. So, I'd like to ask you, what are your pronouns? Because I don't want to keep going he if that's not true. And my other question for you is, have you ever been or do you go to VidCon?
Now who's the stalker, Steven? No, I'm just joking.
That's not stalking in the slightest.
When can I find you a VidCon? Where can I find you? Which crowd will you be located at? Do you ever do that where I have people on Twitter and they ask me, like, I ask them this stuff because I want to meet them, but then they don't answer me because they think I'm creepy, and I'm like,
Well-
okay, I just ruined all ties with that person now.
I've done that before too. Just where are you gonna be? But to be fair, mine was because a meetup was announced, and I'm just like, where's the meetup gonna be? Because I'm here and I can't find you. And you know, then I did it. Oh, it was over there, and it's like, oh, okay, cool. So I've never like sat there and said, where are you gonna be at VidCon? Because I want to conveniently run into you.
I've done that. It's bad. Because I want to meet one of my favorite YouTubers who a lot of
Who's that
people-
YouTuber?
Actually?
Yeah.
Matt Koval? Yeah, exactly. He's only got about 10,000 subscribers, but at a certain point in like 2008, he was really popular. And that was like a big thing. But now I'm like, oh, like, and he does still come to VidCon and everything.
Okay,
It's
come over here.
Come on over. He still comes to VidCon and everything, and he'll text like, yeah, like, at VidCon right now, and I don't want to just be like, hey, where can I find you? I'm your only fan right now, because, like, no one knows.
No. Not, where can I find you? I'm your biggest fan, but no. Where can I find you? I'm your only fan.
No, I'm,
That's,
like,
no, but the way that sounds is funny. Just, you know, wait, I have 10,000 fans. Not anymore.
Hold on.
It's only me.
I killed all of them out, don't worry. The competition's no longer.
You don't have to worry about them anymore. They won't be bothering you anymore.
Alright, what is it, Arya?
Daddy,
Yes?
can we go up to top so I can see what did he say?
Daddy should finish the comic first, and then you should see what he says.
Yeah. Punchline. The punchline is the hard part.
He said, no, I can't go to VidCon. VidOn? No, I'm kidding. VidCon. But I really want to, and I ideally identify as an...
Attack helicopter.
Nice! Oh my gosh.
What did he say, Daddy? Please tell me.
What the comic says? I'm
Yes.
trying to work on the punchline. The comic's not done yet.
He can't tell you yet. Maybe you just have to learn how to read so you can read it yourself. Oh! No, I'm kidding.
Honestly,
Puncher! No! Do.
oh, it's not a problem if you can't go to VidCon. It's just a fun place. I was gonna say, if you can, I recommend it. But no.
That in the comic?
No.
You tell me?
No, I'm talking to this person on the stream right here. Her name is Isaac.
Who's Isaac? You, Daddy?
No.
No, it's right here. He's the
Who's
frog.
Isaac? Is it you, Daddy? No.
He's the frog.
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay. Punchline.
Yeah, and make it
Baby
quick.
line.
Make it quick, Steven, because this one's gotta go to bed.
Okay. Here. Give me a hug and a kiss.
I can read your story.
But I want to be with you and spend time with you.
Well, then come up with a punchline.
Always tomorrow.
But he'll be gone for a really long time.
Yeah, I'll be going to work during the day.
But you'll be on to school too, so
Mwah.
you know.
Do you have a punchline?
Me?
Yeah. No? You don't have a funny joke?
And get out. No, I'm just joking.
You don't have a funny joke, Arya? No? Oh, okay. Maybe next time you'll have a funny joke.
Exploit your kids on the internet.
Hey, I love you.
I love you too.
I'll spend all day after I get home from work with you. I
I
promise.
want you to
Wait.
tell me
didn't
what
we
they
spend-
say.
Okay, I'll tell you what it says already, okay? It says, hey, Daddy, can we go to Disneyland yet? Then it says, hey, Daddy, hey, Daddy, can we go yet? Daddy, hey, Daddy, hey, Disneyland? And then I sit there and go, Arya, you need to learn some patience, and you need to learn it quick. And you go, fine, gosh.
What does this one say?
There's
Doesn't
nothing
say
there.
anything yet.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything
You gotta
yet.
wait till tomorrow.
Yep.
What does this one say?
Doesn't say
Nothing.
anything. Alright, bedtime.
Okay, hug and kiss, come on.
No, but time.
Yes,
No,
bedtime.
hug and kiss, come on. You have school in the morning. Mwah.
But
Last
you
week,
want to leave in the morning.
last week you fell asleep at school,
Yeah, so we don't want
so
that
you need
happen
to go to bed. I promise I will spend all night when I get home with you.
Well, but it'll be nighttime.
No.
Come on, Basil.
It's not a 3 suck. My address absolutely does not start with a 3. Now you have 9 digits left. I ruled out 1, 9 left. I'm gonna make you white and make you black and thicken a line. Put it behind the speech. Yeah, that's a good comic for a tip. Put your speech bubble behind the speech. Behind. No. Panel 5. And there. Lorem ipsum. There we go. Punchline. Done. No. Is that how you spell oxymoron? Yes, I am actually Googling how to spell oxymoron. Oxymoron, a figure of speech in which apparently contradictory terms appear in conjunction. Cool. I am probably using that wrong, but... oh well, it's funny. Ah. Ah. There we go. Yeah, that's what I got from Google too. Oxymoron. Although that's also how I spelled it to begin with, so apparently I had it right the whole time and shouldn't have doubted myself. Woohoo! Saving, saving, saving. Gonna rename it real quick. Parenting. Oh! Oh no! There we go. Parenting 2. So let's make sure I've got everything right. Misadventures with Parenting 2. Putting stuff in a bag. Hey, Daddy, can we go to Disneyland yet? Hey, Daddy, Daddy, hey, Daddy, can we go yet? Hey, Daddy, 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 hey, Disneyland? Oh yeah, you need to learn some patience and you need to learn it quick. Fine, gosh. Let's see more image. Okay, so I'm going to thicken that a little bit. No, actually, I think I kind of like it. Like that, a little bit thinner. Cover 2017, good. Hmm. That is actually a very good question. I suck. You do need a program to live stream. On YouTube, it has a list of programs that work with it. And most people that live stream choose Open Broadcaster software, or shortened as OBS. And the reason being is because it's open source and it's free and it's actually very easy to use. So yeah, if you're gonna live stream, that's what you're gonna. Well, that's what I'd recommend to use for it. Like things that I bring with me to Disneyland. Ooh, I got an idea. Give it a little squiggly there. And then I will put a little squiggly here. Make them kind of a green color. No, not the outline. The fill. Make that kind of a little green color. And then... where is it? Ah, there it is. Gonna copy you again. Mask. And then... mask. There. And we've got a juice box. Simple shapes do a lot. I'm gonna make the juice box a little bit bigger. And put it behind the hand. hand there, and I'm going to put the hand behind the bag. It's funny how much detail goes into things that you don't really see very much of. Like, I made that entire juice box, and most of it is covered up. Like, there's only about, like, 20% left. So, yes, I think that's done. Ta-da! Oh, that was a lot of work. You can kind of see what goes into doing a comic. That was 2.5 hours to come up with that. And so many people would look at it and go, but it's so simple. How could it take so long? And then you have that. So, yeah. That's fun. I need to figure out what I want to do for my next comic and eventually get that all situated and done. But until then, I think I'm going to get going, because that's the end. You get a preview of the comic. So, for everyone watching and anybody watching in the future, if you want to see more comics, go to rq.skyrocketcreation.com. There's going to be a link in the description to take you straight there. You can see all the comics that I've ever done before. Hopefully I'll have a new animation coming out soon. TM. We'll see. Maybe Friday. Maybe not. But here's hoping. And then thank you, iSuck, for coming to the stream and asking so many questions, because I really feel like that kind of spiced it up a bit. It actually gave some flavor, some things to really want to see. So yeah, so hopefully I will